Hopefully, it must be a signal issue. Definitely a heat issue. Just been to Asda's, forgot the milk. Oh. Just about roasted, I think, out here. Signal seems alright up here. Anyway, what we're going to attempt to do is go downstairs and get a cold drink, I think, but there we go, look again. Must be something going on with the signal around here today. Just been to fly one of my drones down the pier. It's a bit windy, but still flew about all right. I'm thinking about joining my old pal's boxing club. Basically, Johnny Armour, who was a world champion, bantamweight, I kind of know his cousin, and it's just in Chatham, the gym. They do early morning sort of workouts, little move. You know what I mean? I'm not getting in there at my age to have a row with people. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Somebody my age and that, same kind of weight, I'll move around with. But obviously, I'm mainly in there for the fitness, which I think that'll be able to help me. I'm pretty fit anyway, but there's no harm in improving your fitness. Yeah, so I've been down there once before, and that's like my mate's Johnny, who's no longer here, that's his cousin, and I've been watching him on TV since fucking I was a little boy. But yeah, I've seen girls in there move. Oh, in fact, I've seen some really talented people in there moving about. Right, where's the Lucasade? I know I forgot the milk. I think it shuts at 4 today. But we did get the cherry Lucasade. Got enough food for today, tomorrow, and we get paid tomorrow night. We ching ching, let's go. About time. That'll really be my first payday since I've been here. So it's going to be quite nice. I might even treat myself, man, to a boat. How about that? I've just been looking at the mooring fees down there. I'll tell you what, you got a big old boat, you are paying out some mooring fees, but if you've got a little boat, it's like 20 quid a month to moor it. And the moorings are all secure. Oh. That's knackered me more out, I think, in this heat, which is a bit lower than it did the other day. There's not a lot of moves around in this house, really. It's a Victorian house and it's pretty well insulated. But yeah, I've been checking out a few things. The boxing, that's going to be, I might do that, because really when you're training and that, you're supposed to have one day on and then one day kind of off. So what I might do is go boxing on a Monday. They start proper early in Johnny Armour's gym. So I'll go up there, I'll have a word with Johnny, see what time they open up in the mornings, and I'll be there. I could probably jog from here to the gym. I've been there once before. But yeah, I could go boxing Monday, Tuesday, no, Monday, Wednesday and sort of Friday. I think it's the plan. Obviously did boxing when I was a kid with my dad and all that, so I know what's what. Not that I'm getting in there to have a big war with anybody, I'm just doing it for fitness. I'm pretty fit anyway. But it'd be nice to do a bit of work and then have a professional say, yeah, you're pretty lively for your age, or no, you're pretty low for your age. But to be honest, I reckon I'll get in there, have a move about, and I think I'll be pretty quick for my age, probably quicker than most. That's probably due to the cycling and all the shit I've done all my life. But yeah, that's the plan. Another plan is I've got to change this t-shirt. Won't be a second. A little bit sweaty. Say the least. But I do like it here by the sea. Like it that much, so I told them that I want to stay. I think the lady on the phone was quite shocked when I said I actually quite like it here. I'd rather live around here than Tunbridge. She was quite pleased with that, but obviously I don't know what's what here. I don't know what's private, what's not. But I think all them flats are for students. Down by the pier, I think, from what I can work out. Need some power. Literally slept. Oh yeah, I was going to go see my pal yesterday who lives around here. But I literally slept all day yesterday, so I must have needed that. Yeah. And here we are, another day in Gillingham. I think next week I'll probably hear, I don't know, they might have somewhere. But like I said to my social worker, it's probably easier to house me here than the other way. I'm quite happy here. To be honest, they could have put me anywhere. I'd be quite happy. Obviously, it's a new start for me. Yeah, get all my stuff next week. So I'll have all my records and my techniques and my speakers. All that'll be over here. I'm just going to take what I need. I'm just going to leave all my junk. It's a good time to downsize. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, I think we can get all my gear out of there in 2 carloads. That's what I said. Obviously, I've left with just a couple of bags full of stuff. And I left before they even came. But yeah, I've got plenty to pick up my TV. I'll show you where I'm going to put it. This is where I was thinking about putting my telly and my decks and that. Go down here. Hideously steep stair fucking way compared to my old house, but don't know how to be 6'2". Anyway, down here is like the front room area. Come into the house and you're straight in this bit. So what I might do, tools, got loads more tools to get. I'm going to have my TV over here. Then what I might do with my record decks is you don't really want the vinyl in the sun, so I might have my record decks in here. It's where the old fireplace used to be. That'd be a good place to put some vinyl in there. Obviously I've got quite a few records to move. I'm going to bring basically all my records, everyone I own. My amps, I've got 6 speakers to bring. Come out here into the kitchen. We've got a little kitchen. Outside we've got a little garden. Yeah. But it'd be nice if they said, right, we'll put you here. permanent. I'm not too sure whether this is just an emergency place or what, but I presume the girl that I met that owns it, well, I think she owns it or manages it. If I was in her position, she's going to get the same money. I'd rather have someone in there permanently, because then, you know, you can't get the money every week, every month, rather than an emergency person come out and then, you know what I mean, come in and out. But I don't know. They might have somewhere else in mind for me. But at the moment, I've just run it past them and told them that I'm quite happy here. Yeah. But I think they could have put me in any of the Medway towns, Chatham, Rochester. I think I'd get on wherever they put me. I've lived quite a colourful life, so I've seen most things. But it's quite exciting. I've probably been the happiest in my life since my dad passed away, I think, for sure. I think after my dad died all them years ago, I was kind of stuck in that house and just stuck in a bit of a rut. So I'm quite glad it's all happened, really. Obviously, I could still be in Adelaide if I wanted to. I could have dragged it out a bit more, but I didn't see a point in dragging it out. I knew they were going to house me because of my autism and ADHD. That was obviously a factor. Some people, they must tell that we can't help you. But I would guess majority of them are people that have made themselves homeless. But I didn't come under that category because I've got all the letters, all the ADHD and all that shit, and you have to prove it as well. You don't just rock up and say, oh, I've got this and that and the other. I've got all my meds out, you know what I mean? I'm properly in there. But there's probably people out there trying to screw the system, so I understand why they check, but I'm not trying to screw anything, man. I'm as it is. That's all gone in my favour. And it's payday on Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's going to be nice having more than fucking 50p in my pocket, which would be my first kind of payday since I've been here, which would be kind of nice. But yeah, that's where we are at the minute. We're, I think I've settled in as well in the road. I think a lot of people know everyone in the road, and obviously I was the new kid on the block. People have been very friendly. I ain't had any kind of issues with anybody. I expect there's issues out there, do you know what I mean? If you want to get out there and get into the wrong, well, I say get into the wrong things, I've been into them, getting into the crime and all that, do you know what I mean? Then it's probably a bit dodgy, but the way I look at it, I just treat people how I want to be treated myself. Also, found a rude girl in the chemist, for all you two-tone people out there will understand what I'm on about. I went in the chemist and I had my specials t-shirt on, and she instantly related to that and said, oh, you into your music then? And then I was saying, yeah, madness, the specials. Then she chirped up, what about the beat? I said, yeah, all them old two-tone bands. I said, what, Mirror in the Bathroom? What did she say? She said another tune anyway, but yeah. No, I've seen a few of them, people from my generation. Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Yeah. The social worker's quite happy. He's seen a lot of people like me who've lived in their house all their lives just cracking up because they don't know what's what, because they've been there all their life. But to be honest, I've been in young offenders, do you know what I mean? I've been in prison. I think going in prison, and also the way you grow up, if you grow up on the street running about like a proper little rabbit, like I was with all my pals, it kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It don't take away how dangerous it is in certain situations, but it makes you more at ease in them situations, because it's hard to explain, man. It's like life experiences, isn't it? If you've been through some mad shit, then you hit some more mad shit, you're going to be better off prepared. But I'm alright anyway. The way I look at it, I just live each day as it happens. And if shit comes my way, I'll have to deal with that, which I will do. Anyway, let's get that drone out the bag. Put one on charge. We've got a drone here, which is the one I'm taking out later. It's a bit more powerful. It's a little bit breezy out there by the pier. I go down by the pier, and it's lovely down there. But I think all them flats by the pier, pardon me, I think they're for students. Maybe I should become a student. It's probably an option that's open. I know that people who are on bed can't do courses full time, they can do them part time. But where I've got autism and ADHD, the rules are a bit different from me. I'm allowed to study full time and still keep my money. Yeah, Universal Credit Day, which is every month, but I used to be on something called ESA, which was every fortnight, but obviously this is every month. But it's all good. Oh, let's get this drone out. Don't know how much power it's got. Flew it about a little bit. Which is this one. Oh right, we've only used one little bit of power on that one. Oh, we can plug that in. Find the cable. Find another charger. What have we got going on here? That's charging. That's going to be charging. There's one out here, which has charged my controller for the G10. And also with this house, I've got no gas meter to feed or no electricity meter to feed. It's all in with the price, which is pretty good, I think. At the minute, I've gone from bloody having to pay 2 bedroom taxes, because that's all your housing benefit will cover is your basic. If you're living in a big house with more rooms, they don't cover the bedroom tax. That's how they force people out. That's what got me in debt, really, is the bedroom tax. When my dad kind of passed away, I didn't know a penny, do you know what I mean? It's the bedroom tax that's put me here, but it's all good. Yeah, that's a bit of a scam, the bedroom tax. I understand the bedroom tax for children that maybe your mum or dad's about to die in a year and you move back to the house after being away for years, then I can understand the bedroom tax. Not for people like me that have never actually been anywhere. I've just been with me and my dad, do you know what I mean? So I haven't actually been anywhere. I don't agree with it in that case, but they offered me a lot of money to get out, but I've always refused everything. yeah, which has probably put me in a better position today. I got no moody messages from Clarion because I just don't know where I am. Obviously, where I am, they don't know. To be honest, like I said to the housing girl, I'd rather go to prison than pay Clarion housing a penny. I stand by that. But what can you do, eh? 55 in September, life's just beginning, I think. Oh, there goes my phone. It's all gone dim again. My phone gets too hot and it goes dim. This is the first place that's ever done it. I think it's because of the extreme heat we're all getting. But yeah, life's looking okay. Especially now I've been to the chemist and, well, because I swore at the woman at the surgery, they put me on a scheme. It's called the Special Allocation Scheme. Really, it's for... Hello, Glenn, how you doing? I thought you was at work today, mate. I would have walked up. I thought you worked Sundays to Thursdays, but I could be wrong. Otherwise, I slept all yesterday. Otherwise, I would have been up then. But yeah, that's where we are at the minute. It's all good. Yeah. Anyway, that's Special Allocation Scheme. Really, it's for proper. Are you in then, Glenn? I might walk up a half hour and say hello. If you're not busy, let me know, man. Yeah, it's for people really that have been violent in the surgeries. But obviously, I've not grabbed anyone. I've never. That's what the doctor said. You ain't never grabbed anyone. I said, all I've ever done is told someone to F off down the blower. I said, it ain't like I've been in there and grabbed anyone round the neck or done anything like that, which I bet there's people out there that do that. Anyway, I spoke to her yesterday and I said, when am I coming off the scheme, right? And she said to me, I'm quite prepared to take you off now, Philip. And I was sort of blown away. So now I've got to get a doctor in Gillingham. Okay, mate, I'll cool down for a few seconds and then I'll have a walk up. See if I can get there any quicker this time. Yeah, I think it's quite easy to find where you are. Well, I say that. The other night I was on a right mission. But yeah, I'll have a wander up then in a minute. I'm going to sit and have a rollie and then I'll have a wander up. But yeah, it's looking good. Missed the football, don't even know the football score. Just missed everything yesterday. Woke up. Just been down Asda's again. Still got a few quid left on my Asda's thingamajig, but it's all good. Tomorrow night, ching ching, my first pay night. Which is going to be nice, do you know what I mean? I said to my social worker, it's a bit of a bummer not even having £1 in your pocket, do you know what I mean? But after tonight, well, tomorrow night, I'm in a lot better position anyway, sitting here with nothing, do you know what I mean? I'm instantly saving. I'm going to go right up the hill, Glenn, till the train station. I'm going to do a left at the train station. If I can get to that big high street or whatever that you live off of, I don't know what it is, I didn't even know them shops was up there, but that big long road you're on, I came along and your road was to the left. Yeah, I didn't even know all that area was up there, man. None of that up there, none of them shops. I didn't even know that was there. But what I might do today is not use my sat nav, use my own brain to try and get there. I think I can get there. Pretty cool. Watling Street, yeah, the main, yeah. Is that what that's called? That big long road? It's quite lively up there as well. and then you go down your little bit, which seems a bit quieter, man. But yeah, it looks nice up that way. Let me check my... So I'm trying to put a bit of charge in my phone using that. God, I swear I've been asleep all yesterday, just out for the count, man. That's because I've got some of my medication. That just puts you to sleep. But yeah, again, I ain't seen a fire station yet. I see a bus station and a train station. Maybe I've probably walked by it, not even seen it. Also, where's the job centre around here, man? I don't know if they've got a job centre. I just want to look to see what opportunities are around here. I think there's probably plenty of jobs, I reckon, around here. If you want to do it, do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm a trained chef and baker, but I'm not going down that line. I'm never going to cook and that again. I'll open my eyes on the way up. I might spot it. You never know. Yeah, I'm never going cooking again. But like I was saying to me social worker, with my drones and that, if I do my next drone test, they've actually got jobs going at Rochester Airport. Because what they do, anyone that drones around there, they have to plan the flights, the safety, things like that for the drones. And my next certificate will qualify me to do that. So it'll open up a whole... My next basically qualification will take me from as I am now, which is just a hobbyist, into the zone where I can actually work doing it. But then I've got to change my insurance. My insurance at the minute, I've got £5 million liability insurance, which is on that there. But that's as pleasure. Do you know what I mean? I've got to get a different sort of insurance if I'm actually going to work with it. But that's what I'd like to do. Nah, about me records, I'm getting them next week. The camping shop. Oh wow, another one of my hobbies, look. Camping, didn't know that was there. Hello there from Dublin across the water. Got a bit of Irish in me. In fact, I'm English, Irish and Spanish. How about that? From the south of Ireland, that is, not the north. My mother's got an Irish first name and surname. But yeah. What's the time? I told you, there was a big storm here the other night. God, I looked out the window, it's like a river, man. It's like a river running down this road. Whatever way I go, I'm going up or down a hill. Which is a bit like Chatham. As you go into the water, you go down. That's why I'm having to learn all the land and that with my drone. Obviously, in Adlo, I know I fly around with my eyes shut, but around here I'm just putting everything at maximum height, so I'm kind of flying around at 120 metres, which should clear everything. Pylons, all sorts of shit. That's way over them, what they will be. But you never know, do you know what I mean? I'm higher than all these. I've been up to the big, massive block of flats, so I'm higher than them. Yeah, not spotted any more drones yet. Had plenty of fellas come up to me. How far does that go? And they're blown away. They can do 15k. you can do 15k, but you've got to have your vision, you've got to have your drone in sight, but who's watching you, do you know what I mean? And I think as of next year, I've got to have it's like a signal transponder you put in here, which puts out your details. But that's as of next year. It's called a remote ID. I believe in America, they've already got that. And that's just a little chip that's going to sit on there and blast out my ID everywhere. But literally, if you didn't want to be spotted, you just don't turn it on. But obviously, I've got my number across there. It's basically my license number, which you have to have on now. Members of the public are not allowed to come up and ask you anything about ID or nothing, nor the police. The police can't ask me nothing. Who I am, where's your licence? Police can't do, that's not within their powers. It's only within their powers if they think I'm committing a crime. Then they can ask who I am. Is that licence? You know what I mean? If you've got a licence and all that. But most old Bill I see and talk to, I end up educating them because they ain't got a clue. They've got their own drone squads within each station. But your average bobby on the street don't know anything about drones, man. And as I go up further near Chatham, I then hit a red zone, which is Rochester Airport, which I hit. And some red zones that you're just completely barred from, like a prison. You're going to be barred. But Rochester Airport, it just gives me a warning to let Rochester Airport know what airspace I'm going to be flying in, what altitude I'm going to be at. I'm allowed to ring them up and get permission, but I've yet to do that. I've always flown in places that I'm allowed, but obviously Rochester Airport, you've got traffic coming in and out. 72%. Well, I'm going to jump off here and I'm going to have a walk up to my mates. In about half hour I'll leave here, but what I'll do is charge my phone for half hour, so I'll get some decent charge in it. Then I've got out on a wander, see if I can locate Glenn any quicker than the other night. But I think I've got a rough idea now. There was these two geezers that took me the right way coming out of your way. I see two geezers and I went, hello mate, which is the way to James Street? And I was going the wrong way, and then I ended up walking quite a way with these two geezers. I kind of opened up a bit to them, and they were sweet as. One of them had lived around here all his life. I told him I quite like it here. But I suppose a bit of my family history comes back to here, do you know what I mean? With my dad, he was always over here. I think my old man couldn't wait to get out of Adlo. What's that, mate? Your postcode? I know what number yours is anyway. So I just got the number in here, postcode. So what's mine? I think mine's ME. Believe it or not, the end of my postcode is 1DJ. 26, I thought you was 20. There we go, I would have tapped on the wrong door there. In fact, I'm going to write 26 down. God, I'd have been tapping on number 20 there. Whether you know number 20 or not, I don't know. But let's write that down. I thought it was 20. I'll get a pen that works. Find something to write on. It's all my writing paper, everything's in the house. Here we go, bit of paper. Get a pen to work. Try this one. All my pens are out. Stop here, still have a big red pen around here somewhere, man. No, I've got to go. There we go. So I have to write on my drones, but if you ever sell a drone, you know what I mean, you really don't want your number on it, so this kind of washes off a little bit. Right, 26, man. 26, and I know the rest. Let me put this drone away. Oh. This is the one. Fly this one around in the dark, man, but just with the sensors on. I'll bring this up and show you, Glenn. You'll be amazed at this, man. I could probably fly to your house, man, from here and land right on your doorstep. But obviously not going to be doing that. Anyway, I'll see everyone later, and I'll be leaving here in about half an hour, mate, and then I'll give you a tap on the door. Yep, I'll see you in a little while. Everyone else out there, cheers for tuning in. I'm now going to charge my phone for a bit.